Okay, today I lost 5.7 thousand and yesterday I lost 2,000, putting me at a total profit on the week of about $4,000 here this week. And then as you can see on the month, $24,000. So what was the trade I took? What are things that we could have made differently? Yesterday's trade, I'm going to break down both yesterday's trade and today's trade. Now, this is not my setup here. So I'm going to break down the setup that I was looking at coming into the markets today. We were very, very bullish on the open for YM, and I was looking for price to potentially break through these larger time frame area of interest highs where we've seen this rejection out. I figured that if we could get a break above that high, we could see a move back up into this 50,000 level. That's where I was looking to potentially target. So since we had this volume here, price corrected, and then we retested on our 1 minute time frame, we can see our larger time frame here. The rejection that we had obviously at this level following, but looking at this here, I was anticipating a potential bullish continuation. So I was wanting to see some type of bullish market structure that would indicate that price can continue going up. Once we found this retest here at this 49,650, a nice psychological hold number, I went ahead and went long on this position. So I took a buy at about within this area here, a little bit lower. I had a little bit better position, I guess you could say, for my area of interest. And then I had my stop loss down below this low, looking for price to target back up into the 4,900 level. So 49,800. Yeah, so 49,800, looking at that target to be hit, and then all the way up into that, 49,900, and then my third target being that 50,000 level. So that's the trade that I was looking for up here. And I was looking for a possible continuation. Now, what happened with this trade? Price ended up pushing, and it was sitting here for a little bit, and we did end up getting a little bit of volume following. So we'll show this here. Price pushed through. We did get a little bit of a bullish move. Again, my entry was like right in this area of interest here. We could have moved stops to break even at this point. I was just letting the trade ride and seeing that if we can't get our push into our larger time frame areas of interest. What happened? We ended up getting pushed out and stopped out for this trade, and I lost about 5.7K on that trade there. You can see price had ended up pushing all the way back into our larger time frame area of resistance here, and we could take a look at where price is at currently. And I told my team that if we get a lower time frame shift, price could likely push back up into these all-time high locations, and that's kind of what we're seeing happen here from that larger time frame area of interest. And now, why was this area such a strong place? Well, this is where we had resistance in the past. You can see the rejection here and the rejection here, and so when price came back to retest into this level, it gave a crazy it's giving now a continuation up back into these highs where we had that larger time frame resistance. So I just really wanted to see a continuation into these all-time highs, seeing that price had came to this level 3 times. It is likely that price is going to break these highs. It was just a matter of if, and today just wasn't my day in terms of it. So this channel is all about transparency and me telling you guys exactly what I'm doing every single day. What is the trade that I took yesterday? Yesterday's trade was a bonehead decision by accident, and obviously we had a solid move on gold today. Didn't capitalize on this move. Price broke above, nice retest, rejection, and continuation. You can see it's just sliding up. I will be looking to take an extra move on gold later during the Asian session, just not currently, as my risk appetite for this session is cooked. So yesterday's trade was actually an accidental trade. So yesterday was Wednesday. We're gonna go to it. It was right within this area here. So what I was looking at yesterday, it was in this area. So we'll do a bar replay. I'll show you exactly what I was looking at here. So gold had just broken above this area of interest. We had resistance here. I wanted to see gold retest this area of interest and then push back up into potentially these highs up here at this 48.90 level. Now, this was a pre-market move, and I already was a little bit on edge about trading it, so I took it at a reduced risk. As you can see, today I risked 0.5% of my, or less than 0.5% of my accounts here with a 5.7K loss. I only risked 2,000, so it was a very, very reduced risk in terms of my account. Now, what I was looking for was for price to give a retest and then a possible continuation. So what ended up happening is we got this nice down closing candle. So I was like, okay, if price can break back above this down closed candle, we could see a bullish move back running up into our area of interest high. And that's what I was going to look to take, right? So I was waiting, price pushed down. It pushed up. It didn't activate me in this trade here with this push up. I was like, okay, I want to see if price is going to, break through that area of interest high. The next candle closed as a bearish candle. Now, when this candle closes as a bearish candle, I'm telling you, I am on my finger on the trigger to close that limit that I had, that buy limit. And this is why I say it was accidental trade. Well, I entered, or I set it up because I was looking to get in. But as soon as this candle closed as a bearish candle, I was like, immediately this can make a steeper move to the downside. I'll just wait for that. But on the very first second of that new 1 minute candle following this close, it literally activated me, just immediately wicked in and pulled all the way down. And I was like, no way, no way. And I ended up getting taken out on this trade. Price did make a little bit of a steeper move to the upside, taking out this high here before seeing a correction. And then, yeah, so that was yesterday's move. It was unfortunate, but this still puts us up 24.5K on the month. So it is a solid month. We have crossed over that $1 million in funding. Unfortunately, today the trade didn't go in our favor. We were going to be looking to make about upwards of 30 or 15 to 16K with the trade that we took today, so it just didn't come in our favor. This is full transparency though of my account balances. So I'm up $1,700 on this account, $2,000 on this account. I am down, this is about $1,300 on this 150K account, down $900. This was the first trade that I took on this account here. $1,400 or up $1,500, up $1,500, up $2,000, up $600. So this is my current account balances on my funded accounts. We're just going to look to continue to scale. Today was a losing day, but this happens, right? We just got to make the adjustments and look for, some more solid moves to come in the markets, right? And there were opportunities that happened after that. We got this nice gold retest. Obviously, I wasn't looking at gold at this time to look for that possible continuation, but these are the signs of things that I want to see. A larger time frame area break for price to push back into this area, reject, and then show strong signs of lower time frame confirmation. You could look for price to target those larger time frame highs. So there's always going to be another move and another opportunity available for us. So we want to do our job and our part to make sure that we're having our proper risk. So 5.8K is less than 1% of my total account balances. So this is not anything crazy, right? We just gotta keep going, right? And then let the results then take care of themselves. So that was today's trade, or today and yesterday's trade that I took, and I look to update you guys on the next trade. Of course, this is, if you want to trade live with me every single day, we trade live in our community. You can join the VIP down below, and if you want that one-on-one mentorship where I'll work with you personally, will build your blueprint of how you can scale to over $1 million in funding, taking out your first $10,000 in profit. This is not a guarantee, obviously, but we can help you to do that, right? So I'll catch you guys in the next one.